I'm Sarah Weber, and welcome back to Data Chaos Thursdays. Today, I have our Chief Growth Officer, Andy Park, with me, and we've had a lot of discussion around AI, and it's really a hot topic in the market. So, Andy, what is your perspective on AI, and how does that fit in to the landscape of IPaaS solutions?
Yeah, Sarah, good question. And we could probably do a few of these Q&As on AI because it just continues to evolve so rapidly. I remember, in short, my appreciation for AI is that it's still novel. It's still in some ways gimmicky, but I'll explain more as to why that's okay, and I think where we're going with it. Um, I'm having conversations with people that are building AI solutions multiple times a week. We've explored Anthropic and Palm 2 and I guess Bard and ChatGPT and some other large language models, AI platforms and things like that. So, I'm by no means an expert in AI. I'm more of I would call it maybe a business user when it comes to AI, and I'm really trying to understand how it can benefit me and my customers from a business standpoint. And I almost kind of equate AI as like Y2K was when I was consulting 20 something years ago, where it was a phenomenon, something that needed to be addressed, embraced, matured, kind of figured out, if you will. Along came, the cloud, and I talked to CIOs and other executives who wanted to move to the cloud just for the sake of moving to the cloud because that's what everybody was doing, and we didn't really fully understand what that means. And I think really only over the last few years people have really embraced this concept of digital transformation, and it's moving very quickly at this point. Big data was another topic, that really it took 5, 6, 8 years before the concept matured and people understood how what the value of data scientists were, and why analytics was so important, and why data is kind of the new bacon, if you will. I've heard, so AI is kind of in the same spot. It's early on. People are playing with it to a certain extent. I have heard that there are some interesting solutions that some of the AI models have produced, but in my mind, the real holy grail with AI is solving real business problems by tapping into multiple sources of data. Enterprise data, which is private data, that's the information that's stored in your CRM system, your HR, your ERP systems, and e-commerce systems, and things like that. And that's held close to the vest to companies, right? That's their private information. But you need to be able to do global queries across that information. And then there's research data. You can buy information on sales leads, and they call them scoops and things like that. You can purchase market information, currency information. All of that stuff is available through services, kind of paid services to access that data. And then there's this publicly available information, whether it's on Google or Microsoft's platform, Bing, or something like that. So a combination of that kind of public data, commercialized paid data, and your enterprise data. If you can access all three of those data sources and do some multidimensional analysis on that, and answer some really difficult questions about your business and your competition and your go-to-market strategies, and where your products fit or services don't fit. Those are all things that companies are going to really get excited about. And I've heard some people call it kind of semantic AI. how do I apply real business problems that I have and real questions that I have that I can't get answered because I don't know where the data is or who can get to the data. Um, Answering those questions in a matter of seconds with a high degree of precision is, in my mind, the holy grail, and it's going to solve real business problems. And so, enter IPaaS, and Central is specifically focused on this. We have access to all of these different enterprise data sources, and we're helping clients manage data across them. So, if you can merge our Central's understanding of those relationships across those different systems with, um, you know, uh, purchase data like through ZoomInfo or one of these other research platforms that you can pay for, um, and then in combine that with publicly available data, you can ask some really compelling questions. And so one of the things we're starting with is a virtual assistant, that kind of an AI powered virtual assistant that would help a sales team answer really hard to get at, very compelling questions, kind of multidimensional, I call it multidimensional analysis types of questions. And, who's my competition in Ohio? And, what types of projects are they embarking on? And do my services, are they a good fit for those companies? And being able to ask those questions and have a virtual assistant come back with answers that are very prescriptive, and and perhaps even actionable, meaning that you can then automate tasks as a result of those search results. That's super powerful, and that's where TeamCentral is going with AI. And like I said early on, AI gimmicky, novel. It is right now. It won't be fairly soon, because I think there are a lot of other people thinking about using AI the same way we are. A lot of our competition, what we've seen is they're using AI to accelerate their build of integrations, which is great. And from my standpoint, you're going to get to a point of diminishing return, where eking out another 10 seconds to build an integration isn't worth all the investment to develop a model that makes that happen. We prefer to focus our investment and our attention on accessing these multiple private, public, and paid for data sources, and being able to do very quick analysis over complex questions that contained in that data.
That is very interesting. And I can absolutely tell you, in my younger sales days, I would have loved to have a tool that did something like that. So thank you for that answer. And thank you all for joining us for Data Chaos Thursday. If you have a question that you would like Team Central to answer about our IPaaS Solution Central, or where we see our future with AI, please feel free to reach out to me at sarah.weber@teamcentral.ai, or you can reach us at contact@teamcentral.ai. Thank you.